Bonjour à tous. Alors dans les gens que j'ai rencontrés ici à Lanzarote cette semaine, ce couple-là, Mike et John Blenkinson, ils sont d'Adélaïde en Australie. Ils sont père et fils. Le père fait des bijoux, le fils a construit les deux bateaux, ils partent ensemble. Alors sans que je vous en raconte plus, ils parlent anglais, mais vous pouvez les avoir en français avec les sous-titres de YouTube. Allez, on va les rencontrer. Ce sont ces deux bateaux-là. Hello guys. I'm sure you are sick of people introducing you, father and son, like if you are only one sailor. I will start with both of you and then I will ask questions to each of you. So, which one wanted first to do the 580? Who had the idea? You?
I think so, yeah. I think I saw it online first. And then we shared it pretty quickly and we started watching all the videos and was talking about it for, I don't know, maybe...
I just said yes.
Yeah.
I just said yes. I wanted the adventure. But I don't think I had the confidence to build a boat. It would have taken me 10 years to build a boat.
So actually he built both of the boats?
So John, we had a little warehouse and then John set off building two boats side by side.
But I didn't have the money, so I had no money. So he had all the money.
So I had the warehouse. And obviously we both contributed from our money and time and everything we had. So we've put all of our assets into this. We've sold our house, we've sold our warehouse, we have very little now. This is our home.
You know, when I watch people like you, when we are living on land with our cars and jobs and kids and money, and I mean looking after money, rushing after money, rushing all the time, and I watch people like you, I think at the end you are so lucky because you are brave enough to get rid of all these things.
Well, we're brave, but we're sort of open as well. So like when we get to Antigua, what do? I don't know. Maybe we go back through the Panama, back to Australia. Maybe we sell the boats. I don't know, we're open, so we're not worried about it. So I think that's the secret.
Mike, what is your experience with boats?
Oh, going back a long time, my dad used to go fishing in the Outer Hebrides for cod and haddock and looked after a fishing fleet and scared the death out of me.
Oh, wow.
But from quite an early age, and then I went through a normal transition going through dinghy sailing and having a small boat and a slightly bigger boat and a slightly bigger boat, and we ended up with a 42-foot boat that we cruised extensively up and down the east coast of Australia, lived on it for a long time. And then we nearly entered the Ark. So there's a story there about why we didn't do the Ark, which was all to do with an accident John had.
What means the Ark?
The Ark is that Southampton rally.
Ah, okay.
The World Ark Rally, yeah.
Cruising rally.
Yes, we had a boat to enter it and we were on our way up the coast, but we never made it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
So we were obviously supposed to meet up with the rally up in Mackay, and then John had a big accident which took about 6 months to recover. So we couldn't connect up with the Ark.
What kind of accident you had?
So the forward hatch was open and we replaced everything on the boat apart from the trip line on the spinnaker pole, and I was struggling to trip it and it snapped, and as it snapped I fell back into the hatch. So it landed straight on my kidney and it ruptured inside me, and I was internally bleeding 80 miles offshore.
What?
Yeah.
And you're going back?
Yeah, it was scary. So I've got unfinished business.
By ourselves.
Yeah.
So you got nobody to help you this time.
I was thinking these boats, these small boats, are very comfortable with headwinds, this kind. How did you feel it from Lagos to here? Because you sailed for how many?
For me,
days?
the first night was a little bit too windy for the sails I had up, so I was fighting a little bit. I should have trimmed the sails a bit better, but I didn't. So I was a little exhausted after that first night, and I thought I'm going to pull back a little bit, learn a lot more about the wind vane that we've just bought, learn a lot more about the boat, get out of this racing sort of situation for the rest of the time. So I was only on the tiller totally for about 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
And the rest of the work was done by the hydrovan. And the rest of the work I was like learning to live in the boat. And so I was very comfortable, except for going into a bit of a hole with the wind for 2 days. I went the wrong way, but so I sort of came in last. But I wasn't in racing mode, so I was just having a good time. Read 2.5 books, ate well, slept well, getting into a habit of waking up every 2 hours during the night, doing a watch. It was very comfortable.
I saw some of your... I will ask you a question you don't have to answer if you don't want. When you arrived, it was very fun because everyone was calling you the Popeye sailor that remember me, my cartoons, and I have been told it's because of all your tattoos. And then, just before the press conference today, I found out that you are also an artist because you are doing jewelries in silver. This beautiful one that I have. Oh, I cannot show it to the camera right now. And I was wondering, what was your job before?
So my main job all through my career was IT.
IT?
IT.
No way.
Yeah, very stressful. Working for a large American company, very stressful, all my life.
Oh,
And
wow.
then it's just too much. So 8 years ago I just stopped. And like, what do you do when you stop, when you've got a normal job, stressful job, all the trappings of mortgages and everything else. So yeah, I just stopped. And then I went travelling and I tripped over this jewellery company in Bali. But I tried to learn kite surfing, how to teach kite surfing, and that was too hard. I was just getting thrown all over the place. I tried to go to a monastery for 6 months. It was all booked up. So I just tripped over the jewellery making, but I'm glad I did. It's a happy environment.
What is your main favorite activity when you are not at sea? Do you want to read or?
So on this trip down, it was all about reading. But
What kind of books do you read?
I've been carrying a children's book for 50 years, and I finally read that children's book, Enid Blyton, a story about an island adventure, I think it's called. And then I started reading Claire Francis on her Whitbread 1978.
Yeah,
Trip.
but she's speaking about her crew, and you doesn't have a crew.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So.
No, I say that because you said that when you
Ah,
arrived.
okay. And then I read a little book that Dan Turk gave me about a guy that swam around the Great Britain and how he did that and his mindset. Yeah. But the whole thing about the Popeye, I mean, this is only 8 weeks old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is a reminder for inner strength. That's what it reminds me of. It's just inner strength and to eat well.
What does it mean? I'm sorry, my English is not so good. Instant?
Well, Popeye is, sort of a...
I see it's a guy who always needs to eat spinach to get stronger.
Yeah, so he gets stronger, but why does he get stronger? Because he's got Bruno or whatever trying to take his wife or his girlfriend or whatever it is. Yeah.
Okay, so that gives
So
you strength.
It gives me strength.
Okay,
So
sorry, it's
subconsciously, it does give me strength. Subconsciously, it does. It feels good.
And now I'm getting called Sweet Pea. So Sweet Pea is Popeye's son.
Well, Jasmine's calling you.
And all the other entrants are calling me Popeye. So, but my nickname is Blinky. So that's a shortened version of my last name. And when I played rugby union, Mike also got called Blinky when he was younger. But was it Blinky?
He has a Blinky tattoo.
So I got a tattoo as well. Mine's a lot older than his. So maybe he was a bit jealous. And he had to
so
get
that's
his tattoo before the trip. So we might get some more tattoos along the way. So yeah.
And when did you start sailing?
Oh, I think I got put on a boat when I was about 3 years old.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, I didn't really understand it until I got a bit older. And
I had a very small 24-foot in Chichester.
Okay.
And he was right on the boat. So when it got too windy, I just threw him.
threw him down below. So I don't remember a lot of that, obviously, with my age. But ever since then, I've been on the water my whole life. So up and down the coast of Australia and doing a lot of sailing. Often on, with our manager John Bankart. I've done Hamilton Island Race Week a few years. We've entered our own more of a cruising division, but it was just fun, really. You know, the first year was no non-spinnaker, and then we did a spinnaker event, and it just gets all the boats together, and yeah, it's really enjoyable.
And so far in the 580, what do you enjoy? When I say 580, is the boat and the race?
I think it's everything. I think it's the whole, you know, the whole adventure behind it. Building the boat from scratch. I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know how to mix epoxy or anything. I've always worked around boats. I've been doing a lot of yacht management, detailing, cutting and polishing, and yeah, but I've never really mixed glue or done any fiberglassing as such. So that was a big challenge. But it's building the boat, entering the race, being around all the other entrants, and getting sailing involved as well. So you can't really itemize it. You know, it's the whole picture. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I will come to see you somewhere in the world. I don't know yet where, and I will follow your race.
Are you going to come to Antigua?
I don't know yet.
You hope so.
I would like.
Yeah,
Let's
definitely.
wait and see. Anyway, I will follow you every day, and we'll meet again somewhere during your race.
Yeah,
Thank you
perfect.
very much.
No worries.